I was just a boy when the first of them big old houses went on the side of the mountain. It was hard to miss. Stuck out like a sore thumb. Folks was muttering, wondering who in the hell would spend so much money on a house and then stick it on the side of a hill. Mountain folk knew that land wasn't fit for farming or living on. You could hunt it, but it's too steep to plow or raise livestock, and it'd be a harsh place come winter. That day folks kept talking about it. My granny, Mary Russell Nicholson. She was never one to speak ill of others or gossip. She's the one that taught me if you can't think of something nice to say, don't say anything. When other women would try to gossip, Granny'd tell them, "Honey, I don't know a thing about it. Let's you and me pray for them. Then if we won't, we can go visit and see how we can help." They never gossiped to Granny more than once. I think it was my great uncle Lex that asked, "Mama, what do you think about that?" She didn't have a harsh word. She just felt bad for them folks and said, "Son, I'd sure hate to be up there when it come a good snow." Granny wasn't being mean or calling them fools. She felt sorry for them. They didn't know any better, and she saw a harsh winter coming to teach them a lesson. Granny didn't know them rich folks would be back in Florida sun long before the first frost hit. She couldn't have known that odd spectacle was just the beginning. Those rich folks would go back and tell all their friends about this little slice of heaven they found. For them, that land was cheap. Hell, nobody wanted to live on it, but they did. Back then, folks around here were pretty private. There was nothing private about that big old house. They might have looked down on all of us, but we couldn't help but notice them. One house turned into an avalanche of construction. Nowadays, the mountains was covered with houses, bigger and bigger. They discovered we had a lake, bought all the property around it, and built even bigger houses. When we ran out of that, they bought up the pastures and gardens and built subdivisions. I don't know where they all come from or exactly why. I think it had a lot to do with the beauty of the place. Maybe it was the Georgia Mountain Fair that started the change. People came for a getaway and just decided to stay. I can't blame them. I made a lot of new friends, but I do miss the old ways. Ways these newcomers know nothing about. But I'm on a mission. I write these songs to remember the way of life handed down through generations. A way of life being erased from our history. Replaced with coffee shops and fake hillbilly trinkets.